The CJ Stroud era has begun. The Houston Texans walk into Jacksonville and dominate the Jaguars 37-17. DeMeco Ryans gets his first win as the Houston Texans head coach. You beat a division rival in their home, and you beat them with all three phases. Your offense was flying. Your defense was swarming. And your special team showed you that they can help you win some football games, man. And this was a game that no one expected the Houston Texans to win. Every analyst thought the Jaguars were going to get it together against the Houston Texans, and we weren't going to have a chance. Yet you absolutely stunned them. You shocked the world. You had the stadium empty. By the middle of the third quarter, you found your franchise quarterback. You saw Tank Dell rise to the occasion. Your defense created turnovers. And big boy Andrew Beck had the play of the game. We are going to talk about this Houston Texans Week 3 performance, which ended in a victory. Man, welcome everyone to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content, so make sure you guys are following me on my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok for the latest Texans news, rumors, and updates. And if you are new here to the channel, welcome. Trying to hit 8,000 subscribers by week 4 or 5. Please help me get there, and thank y'all so much for watching today's video. Man, starting with your franchise rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, he had a phenomenal game. He was 20 of 30, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a QBR rating of 118.8. He had a fantastic day. Some interesting fun facts about CJ Stroud. The most pass attempts with no interceptions in your first 3 career starts, he is number 1 on that list. The rest of them, Warren Moon, Carson Wentz, Case Keenum, Tom Brady. Another fun fact about CJ Stroud, he has the 3rd most passing yards in your first 3 games behind Cam Newton, number 1, and Justin Herbert, number 2. CJ Stroud is already making history, ladies and gentlemen, and this is without an offensive line. With Laramie Tunsil out the past 2 weeks, Kenyon Green out for the year, Drew Scruggs out the next 3, and also next week, same thing for right tackle Titus Howard. Shaq Mason has been your only consistent lineman. For the past 3 weeks, the Houston Texans have throughout there a different starting O-line. But CJ Stroud has found success. He has been this Houston Texans offense. Everything is running through him. He's getting no help from the running game. Once again, under 100 yards from Dameon Pierce and Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary led the way with 41. But this is why I am saying CJ Stroud is special. Because without the O-line, without help from the running game, you're still able to do this. CJ Stroud should be leading candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year based off his performances from these past 3 games. It makes you wonder, when this offensive line gets healthy and Laramie Tunsil, Drew Scruggs, and Titus Howard come back, and this running game gives them some help, how deadly is CJ Stroud going to be? He has already showed you that he could dice up NFL defenses right now. With more time, he is going to be surgical. We also find out that rookie wide receiver Tank Dell can be a potential number 1 for you. His day today, 5 catches, 145 yards, 29 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. Longest was 68 that ended the game. Touchdown from CJ Stroud. Man, this was everything you wanted to see today. Your young players making plays for you, winning you the football game. Tank Dell showed you in back-to-back weeks that when you put the ball in his hand, when you give him opportunities, when you look his way, he is going to make something happen. Let's talk about that huge deep pass earlier in the game between 3 Jaguar defenders, set up the Dameon Pierce touchdown. That is what I'm talking about. That is a number 1 wide receiver right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the rest of the passing attack was kind of quiet. No one else had more than 3 catches. Robert Woods, second in catches with 3 for 34 yards. Also, Dameon Pierce had 3 catches, 28 yards. Nico Collins, 2 catches, 34 yards. Very quiet day compared to his first 2 weeks. But that is okay when you have someone else step up, and Tank Dell did. What I really like is 8 different receivers caught a ball from CJ Stroud, which means he's going through his progressions and he's trying to get everyone involved, right? Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Robert Wood, Dameon Pierce, Brevin Jordan, John Mechie, Dodson Schultz, Devin Singletary, and Tegan Quitorian didn't have a catch but had a target, but the rest of the people caught a ball from CJ. You have to commend Brevin Jordan for having a touchdown. And where the hell has Brevin Jordan been all training camp, all practice, but yet he is making plays in the end zone? John Mechie, shout out to him. Only 13 yards, but got a first down for the Houston Texans, slowly working his way back. I can't wait for when we give him more touches. But overall, this passing attack has been the Houston Texans' bread and butter, and I cannot wait to see them against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, your special teams made some plays today. Not only did you get a blocked field goal from Will Anderson Jr., he is going to be special, ladies and gentlemen. He was worth the trade up. I am tired of seeing people say that Will Anderson wasn't worth it. He had one of the huge plays in today's game. But you also got an amazing return touchdown by a fullback, no less, Andrew Beck. First of all, he dropped the punt, picked it up, broke tackles, hurdled a guy at the very end, reached a speed of 20.7. It looks like he was running 10 miles an hour. Andrew Beck, go out there and get you one, big boy. That was a huge moment for this Houston Texans team. Let's not forget the Jacksonville Jaguars were trying to come back. They scored a touchdown a little bit earlier. But Andrew Beck, man, shout out to him. He deserves a bonus. He deserves to talk all the trash he wants to. Dude, this special teams made some plays today. And you're not always going to get this right, but just knowing that in key moments, a third part of your team could come through and make some plays to you, head coach DeMeco Ryans has to feel good about that. Now, your Houston Texans defense had a solid day. Trevor Lawrence looked okay, 279 yards, 1 interception. But overall, this Jacksonville Jaguars offense was held in check by head coach DeMeco Ryans and captain Jimmy Ward leading the way. He had his debut today for the Houston Texans, and I talked about him in the pregame. That he was a key part because he has a C patch on his chest. He is a captain for a reason. He really preaches the swarm mentality. And this defense, with no Derek Stingley, no Jalen Petrie, were flying all over the field today. No wide receiver had over 70 yards. And you didn't record a sack, but you did put some pressure on Trevor Lawrence. Blake Cashman had himself a very good game. An INT. We know that if Blake Cashman can stay healthy, right, all throughout training camp, multiple practices with multiple interceptions, he just needs to stay on the football field. Steven Nelson had a very good game, a huge pass breakup. That is cornerback one type of play. You heard me say it all throughout training camp. I thought Steven Nelson was the best cornerback practicing. But this Houston Texans defense was kind of bend don't break. Because yes, they were able to move the ball. Travis Etienne, he hurt you at some times. Evan Ingram got going at the very end. Calvin really got started a little bit early. But only 17 points. You shut him out in the first half. And at the end, if you want to throw the garbage time, thing that we love to talk about, you could throw it out there. But this Houston Texans defense, a bounce back week after a pitiful performance against the Indianapolis Colts. I cannot wait for Jalen Petrie and Derek Stingley to get back, man. The thing holding back this Houston Texans team is health. Once everyone gets healthy, this team is going to be special. Man, you guys let me know how you feel about today's win. And for more Houston Texans content, y'all feel free to follow me for more. Go Houston. Have a very blessed day.